It sounded like something shorted. What the heck? It was like a robot powering on.
There's like it sounds like a Galaga sound effect or something. I think it is this power strip. Try it again.
Ozzy just wanted to hear it.
No. Leave him on.
It's like a little beep.
Yeah, now
No,
listen.
hold on. It's like a robot fart.
Okay, I'm gonna
try to work on that later. I'm not gonna worry about that right now. That is hilarious.
I don't
though.
hear it. Oh no, there it is.
It's there. It's
there.
Maybe we just need to plug it in differently. We did like a whole test on this and everything was working great, and then we like immediately had problems when we did it with Michelle, so it's probably just gonna take us a little bit. Can you stop watching TikToks when I'm trying to talk about sports? Holy cow. Have some respect for this country. You should be proud to be an American this week. A hockey fan or a hockey player or a part of the USA Hockey organization as both a player and an official and whatever the heck else, then you're proud of both this men's and women's team and what USA Hockey has accomplished in the last 2 decades. And we are the best country in the world at hockey for the first time in a long time. Undisputed. Never lost. Hillary Knight, American hero. Jack Hughes, American hero. Connor Hellebuck, American hero. Every player on both hockey teams, American hero. And everyone else can suck it, respectfully.
Wow.
But also not respectfully. We the best.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
Let's start it.
All right.
Welcome to the house. Episode 60 something.
60 something.
Ozzy, what episode is it? You're supposed to have this on the schedule. Actually, I'm supposed to have this on the schedule, and I didn't do my job this week. So you're going to just have to edit all of this out. Ozzy, you better not leave this in here. I'm going to be so mad. I'm going to be so angry. I'm broken. What the hell? Why can't I find this? This is driving me crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Ozzy, why haven't you found this for me yet?
Yeah, Ozzy.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
Now he's gonna cut out our banter.
No, you can just leave the banter in because then you just put this on the other side of the intro. Watch this. Welcome to the house, episode 68. If you need homeless or at-risk youth services, you can take it to my house, 300 North Willow Street in downtown Wasilla. Isaac Smolden and Brian Fields.
Hello.
So happy because we both root for the greatest company, the greatest country in hockey on earth.
Oh, no.
Also the greatest company, my house. We're pretty cool.
Oh, man.
What
Jeez
the
Louise.
frick is a kilometer, Brian?
Couldn't tell you, Doug.
Yeah. Don't need to know.
Don't need to.
In fact, everyone's switching to miles now.
Yeah.
Even though, if we're being honest,
Doesn't make sense.
we should really
Switch.
just get on like the meter and kilometer thing because it's so much easier. But also, screw that. We're not going to do that. We the best. Brian, you've watched Jack Hughes crush the holes of the crush. Oh,
What is happening to you?
Sorry, I don't know.
Oh my
Do
God.
not leave that in.
That is
I'm
a
dead
meme
serious
waiting
about
to
that.
happen,
I am
dude.
dead serious about
Ozzy,
that.
I don't
Although
think
that is
Ozzy's
so
not
funny.
listening.
Ozzy's not even paying attention to
No.
this. You just watched Jack Hughes crush the hopes of 33 plus million people in Canada. It was pretty cool, wasn't it? Ozzy, please put in the pictures of Jack Hughes and Connor Hellebuck that I showed you earlier this week.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Pretty cool.
I
Pretty
woke up
cool.
at 4 a.m. to watch that game.
America.
America.
America finished second overall
In medals.
In gold medals, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, tough to compete against Norway. I
Yeah.
don't know what else they do up there
Yeah,
other than
no,
have
I don't
fjords
think-
and ski.
Yeah,
So
I don't think they do anything else. Like that is their life. We have entered their world,
yeah,
and we are just happy to be a part of it and win some stuff.
but you know what? Back to gold medal sweep for, and I have to stop because this is Michelle calling me, so I should answer this. Sorry, everyone.
This is awful.
This is terrible.
Yeah.
Yes, boss.
I feel like my life is becoming unmanageable.
So is mine. Tell me about it, dude. Join the club.
Ozzy's going to put in the pictures that I will have hanging as posters somewhere in this office for the rest of all time. And we're the best at hockey. And yeah, it's pretty great. Also, did you see Brady and Matthew Tkachuk bring Johnny Gaudreau's jersey on the ice?
Mm-mm.
So Johnny Gaudreau passed away, was killed by a drunk driver like a year ago. They had his jersey hanging in the locker room during the Four Nations face-off, and then they had it hanging in their locker room for the whole Olympic run. And first thing they did when they won was, after mobbing Jack Hughes, obviously, was go to the locker room, and they brought it out and skated it around the ice. And then for the team picture, Johnny's two kids were on the ice with them for the team picture.
That's awesome.
So pretty special moment.
Very cool.
Neither the men's or women's team gave up a power play the entire tournament. We were 100% on the penalty kill.
Yeah.
Didn't give up a single power play goal. That is unheard of and unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
And also, in light of all the random politics stuff that you were talking about, apparently Connor Hellebuck is set for the Presidential Medal of Freedom, which is awesome, which I think is amazing. Ozzy, put the paddle save back on there really quick, please. Thank you. Yeah. Everything about this is amazing. I rewatched Miracle on Ice before I went to bed that night.
Oh my God.
This is like one of my greatest hockey fandom moments that I've had in my lifetime. And if there's one thing that can unite our country for like at least half a second, it's that we beat Canada twice, 2-1 in overtime.
Yeah.
We the best.
We the best.
Okay, there is a bunch of juicy NBA stuff that we've
I'm looking at
need to
NBA
catch up.
stuff.
So,
I mean NFL stuff.
oh, okay, we'll go to NFL stuff first.
Okay. So the one thing that I really want to talk about is Seahawks not likely to use franchise tag on Super Bowl MVP Ken Bone Walker.
I know what you're trying to do, Brian, and it's not going to work.
Oh, darn it.
It's not going to work. Hey, who won the Super Bowl
It
this
was,
year,
worth,
Brian?
it was worth a shot.
Why was he the Super Bowl MVP?
Yeah.
Oh, because the Seahawks won the Super Bowl? Have we talked about how the Seahawks won the Super Bowl today?
I know.
Did you know that they did that?
Okay.
Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks.
In other news.
Making news.
In other news. New news. Yeah. What is Travis Kelce's podcast? Don't sue us for me saying that. There's not really a whole lot going on in the NFL. George Pickens, he got the franchise tag. A surprising one is Kyle Pitts got the franchise tag. Javonte Williams secures an extension for Dallas Cowboys running back. And then
I'm a little bit questionable on that, by the way. I think he fell off in a big way the second half of the year. I do also.
Yeah.
There was an injury involved, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
but
there was an injury, and I think they were kind of limping. They weren't playing meaningful games.
Yeah, fair enough.
Towards the end, and so I don't know. I don't know if there's much to read into that. And then you didn't have CD, and then you did, and they weren't looking like super great. So the passing game wasn't clicking. I mean, there's a lot that goes into that. The combine is this week, and my boy Fernando will not be throwing. He decides that he wants to throw at his pro day with his boys, as he says. Respect to that. he doesn't really have anything else to prove. I mean, he just went out and won a national championship. I think
I think he'll update his LinkedIn after the pro day with how he did.
Yeah. A cool thing that I heard from the combine, the only cool thing that I heard from the combine was GM John Spytek saying that he is not a fan of rushing young guys out there to get killed.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So hopefully Clint Kubiak is on the same page. Kirk Cousins is getting released. And so
drafting an offensive lineman. So I don't.
Kirk, come to Las Vegas, baby. We need you. We need a bridge.
I don't hate that move. I think that'd be great for the Raiders, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let Kirk Cousins get killed behind your terrible offensive line.
Dude, look what they did. Jacoby Brissett. When they were like, this whole thing of like, you need your offensive line, blah, blah. I get that, yeah. But the Patriots didn't have an offensive line either, and that's why they had Jacoby Brissett go out there for the first 6 weeks and get killed, and then gave Drake May some reps. After, and he didn't get totally killed, but he didn't have as good a season as he did this year.
How much longer is it till the draft?
A month. This is the NFL's ploy to keep them on the radar. They literally keep stuff like it. The combine starting this quick is insane.
It's very easy for me to not pay attention to this right now. You know why?
Why?
Because the Seahawks won the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I just keep going back and oh, look, there's the Seahawks winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, look. Hey, remember when they won the Super Bowl? That was crazy.
The NFL did get some very tragic news.
Yeah.
Wide receiver Rondale Moore was found. I don't know what the appropriate way to say that anymore is, but unresponsive. And police believe that he took his own life. Very, very tragic to hear. And I think it would be inappropriate if we didn't address this on our podcast and on the platform that we have, as far as for the organization that we work for.
Mm-hmm.
And just encourage anybody out there that, needs help. There is organizations out there, that are willing and ready to help you, us being included in that. Even if you're out of our age range, we'd be happy to help you get connected to the correct resources. You don't have to do this alone. And to, family members and different things like that, check on those people that you haven't heard from for a while, because you never know what they're going through. This individual, it sounds like, just had back-to-back grueling knee injuries.
Mm-hmm.
And that, we all think about like, these athletes as just, gladiators that have no feelings, but don't think about the mental toll that they go through. And you think about that, like your dream is right in front of you and it just keeps getting taken from you. And you're spending a whole year of just grueling rehab. And that's got to be super tough on them. So shout out to athletes across the world for everything that you do for our entertainment. And yeah, if you need help, man, just please reach out. Please reach out.
Well said. Tough to take a segue out of that, but that's what you got to do. So hard right turn to NBA stuff.
NBA. So NBA, crazy. I didn't see it coming because they haven't really done anything in the past. It's not like, that's what's crazy to me, is because they're trying to take a stance on tanking, but acting like we haven't had a tanking problem. Utah has been tanking for like 5 years. Like, what are you talking about? And now, Adam Silver, you want to stand up there and act like you're just this savior that's coming to be, no, we will not have tanking in my league.
Not in my league.
Not around here. I have the sword. Like, dude, I just think it's a little ridiculous. But Utah got fined. Theirs was bigger than Indiana. They got fined $500,000, which, in my opinion, if you really wanted to send a message, $500,000 to an NBA franchise is like $100.
Are the Jazz gonna all of a sudden not tank anymore?
No.
And who?
Yeah. No.
What does this do?
It doesn't do anything. And then they also fined the Indiana Pacers for what they said was 3 other star players they sat out and said were injured. But the league feels that they could have played.
Yeah, So we just talked about how the NBA draft is kind of shambolic, and I mean, it's such a crapshoot, and these teams have been bad for. I don't really know. Like, what does this actually do? And how do you fix this? And is it even possible to fix this?
That's the part, right? They knew that it wasn't going to fix any, so that's why Adam Silver tried to get on his high horse and come out and tell and warn the league that they will be spending the offseason talking about anti-taking measures. Some of their ideas that are being floated out there are limiting pick protections to either top 4 or top or 14 and higher, so no more of this between 5 and 14, because what happens is if I have a pick that's in there but I'm not super good, I can just lose some games and keep my pick.
Right.
No longer allowing teams to draft in the top 4 in 2 consecutive years.
That one is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Locking lottery position after March 1st. So that one feels
oh my god.
And then limiting legal protections on traded first round picks to top 4 picks. I just said that.
So like the NHL has a lottery, and
stupid.
It works with various degrees of success, except then you have situations where the New York Islanders, who were more mid than bad last year, had they were 10th best odds. You know, they were nowhere close to getting the first overall pick in theory, and then hit like a 1 in 100 chance, ended up with the first overall pick, are now immediately
Look
a playoff
at Dallas.
team.
Dallas looks like they just made this big brain move.
Yeah, they just happened to get the first overall pick.
Yeah.
But like the NFL does not have a lottery, and teams just tank all the time. The Raiders tanked so openly and so hard, and yet the league is just continuing to explode.
Yeah.
So I guess the question that I pose for us this today is, does the lottery system actually do anything, and is openly tanking bad? And I want to give you 2 examples.
Okay.
The first example I will give you is the Pittsburgh Pirates, who have one of the lowest, I think it might be the lowest payroll in the MLB, have not been competitive.
Want to know nothing about that. Go Dodgers, baby.
Forever. Shut the have not been competitive for forever, and have apparently their owner has no interest in investing money into the team anytime soon. And right now, there is nothing that the league can do to force him to try to field a competitive baseball team. And for fans of Pittsburgh, of the Pirates, they are just stuck under this ownership, and under the current CBA, there's nothing the league can do about it, and it's going to be a huge talking point after this season. The other example that I would give is the San Jose Sharks, who were caca for a long time, 3 years, and now are one of the most exciting young teams in the NHL, because they did the right thing, protected their young guys, acquired capital, and now they're buyers all of a sudden. And they may or may not make the playoffs this year, but they've got an outside shot. So where do we land on this? Should we be forcing teams to do the right thing, or should we allow the public to rise up and demand change from their owners?
Yeah, so this is hard because my character and my own personal moral beliefs is you always do the right thing even when it's hard to do, right? But as a Raider fan, I can't tell you how happy I am that they sat Max Crosby and tanked the rest of the season. I was scared going into the last game because they didn't start Geno. That was their only miss. I was like, if you would have started, that's a perfect home run tank job right there, you know? But no, seriously, I hear what the league is saying as far as, the fans that, support the team and different things like that. I mean, the Raider fans were cheering for a tank. I think they've done that 2 years in a row now. Last year was tank for Shador. I'm gonna do that. And then this year is tank for Fernando Mendoza. When you have these small market teams, I think ownership needs to be addressed more than tanking. And if you're not gonna be a responsible owner and put the correct people in charge and be willing to put some money into the franchise, that is the ultimate problem. The problem isn't an anti-tanking or a tanking problem. The problem is that you have ownership that is just unwilling to do the right thing, and they just want to sit there and get rich. And it doesn't matter if my team is good. I'm gonna collect money anyways because we have fanatic sport fans everywhere across the world, And so, because when you're a small market team or you're just a team that doesn't have any of the assets that you need, Utah is a prime example. How many free agents are lining up to come to Utah? None. Zero.
I hear that Salt Lake City is a nice enough place. But I don't
nice
wanna...
enough? Yeah, I don't know about that, bud.
Also, really quickly, does Dallas look like geniuses? Because they still are 21-36.
They do look like, people think they look like geniuses because of the way that Luka, it's crazy because Luka is playing, he is playing well, but he is being the biggest crybaby in the world on the court. Sure. And I'm sorry, Luka, it hurts me to say that, but you cannot cry to the ref after every single call.
Anyway, yeah. So yeah, where
do you stand?
I also agree that in magical Christmas land, I would love if all these owners would be, as passionate about their team's on field or on ice success as their fans
out to Dodgers
are.
Owner.
And
who now owns the Lakers?
I think that that's a nice thought, but I don't think that...
No, because greed wins over everything.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So, where does that leave us? What is the best path forward for a commissioner of a league or an executive committee of owners? I don't know. I think that I hate the lottery sometimes because there are teams that, through no fault of their own, get screwed. It's not their fault that they're bad. They legitimately just suck. They tried. They're just bad at doing sports.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Utah. Utah tried to scrap out some games early in the season,
and
just could never get over the hump.
On the other hand, I despise the idea of the correct choice from a future success standpoint. I hate that the best option is to try to lose games.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here's my other solution that will never happen is to go the route that European soccer does, where you just relegate a team down to a minor league and call someone up. But the way that our major professional sports are structured, I don't know if there is a good way to fix it necessarily.
No.
I think as funny as it is to laugh at the NBA for this situation and to laugh at the Jazz and the Pacers, if I'm being totally honest, I don't know what the correct answer is. You know what I mean?
There isn't one. There's not a fix for it. You've created there's not a fix for it, and you've created the system.
Mm-hmm.
you know? And the reality is that the reason why the NBA is struggling with this so bad is because your season is so long. Whereas the NFL, you know, I start tanking and I tank the last 3 games.
Yeah.
You know, I still have 2 months of basketball until the season is
so
over.
many games.
So
many games that you have to watch.
Right.
And here's where hockey has an advantage over basketball is the development system is so much more robust in hockey that if your team starts sucking, you can be like, well, time to start watching my AHL affiliates. Let's see who we call up. Let's see who we send down. Like,
well, the NBA has the G League. They have that, but they don't utilize it as much.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It is
that
so
is a really
ingrained in hockey.
That would be a really good alternative. At least I think fans would like to see. Hey, let's throw some new blood out there and see what happens.
Yeah, and it's the same with football. But to your point, football is like short.
Right.
Football is like, okay, I can just end the football season a month early for myself.
Yeah.
And I'll start focusing on the draft, which is what you had to do this year.
That's exactly what I did.
Hockey, it's like, okay, well, at least let's see what like exciting prospects we have that might pan out next season. Like, I'm not saying it's fun, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Basketball is just like, if your team sucks, I don't know what you do. It just stinks.
It just
and
sucks.
You think basketball
How many roster
is bad.
spots do you have in the NHL?
In the NHL, I think it's 25 that you're allowed to have on your protected list.
Yeah.
So, and every night you've got 18 skaters, your starting goalie, your backup goalie, and then 5 guys sitting in the press box.
I think the NBA is only like 15, and they only usually run a 10, 11 man rotation.
And here's
a good team. When you have like a really good team, they run like an 8 or 9 man rotation.
Here's let me tell you another sport where it just sucks to be a fan of a terrible team is like baseball has a very robust up and coming system. You know, you can watch some AAA ball, AA ball.
Yeah.
There's 162 games. If your team sucks, let me tell you,
That's
as
brutal.
a Mariners fan, there is no hope.
Yeah.
And here's the thing that should just put fear into your heart as a baseball fan every year. This is how I live my life in constant fear.
I'm a Dodger fan, bro. What are you talking about?
Shut up, Brand. Here's for normal teams or for bad teams, you know, for Pirates fans, there's nothing else on. That's the biggest problem with baseball season is for a large chunk of baseball season.
Yeah.
It's just baseball, baby.
Yeah.
It's baseball or nothing.
Well, that's what's going on. Well, we still got hockey season, right? Yeah.
If you're a Jazz fan, start watching the Mammoth and hope that they make the playoffs. And for hockey fans, I mean, who's really bad right now? The Flames. Here's the problem with hockey. You know, every league has their problems when we're having this conversation, right?
Yeah.
The problem in hockey is that if you're a fan of a bad Canadian hockey team, sports market, you got nothing else in your city that you can pull for. I mean, if you're a Calgary Flames fan right now, thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, that's over.
Because you just watched your country lose gold and you've got nothing else professional sports-wise to keep you company. Like, the only safe thing for Leafs fans right now. I mean, I guess you're a fan of the Blue Jays because all of Canada has one baseball team. That's why a bunch of stupid Vancouver. You're not stupid if you come from Vancouver. I just really don't like when you show up to every Mariners game when the Mariners play the Blue Jays and it's 50-50. Except I do watching all of you walk dejected back to your cars to drive 3 hours back home to Vancouver. That part is fun. Case in point, I hate the Blue Jays. What were we talking about again? I'm so excited for baseball season, even though I am very scared. Tanking. It's part of every North American sports market, and there's not a great fix.
I don't think that there's anything wrong with it per se. I get it. I mean, as a fan that has a team that sucks, you want your team to get that. I can't tell you how many times I was more mad at the Raiders for winning a meaningless game.
I think
at the end of the year and then picking 6 overall when you could have when you could be up there selecting, or like when AP was the coach,
Yep.
and Jaden Daniels is coming out, and Caleb Williams is coming out, and you win these stupid games, and you don't have a shot at either one of them because there's no way that either team was moving off of those picks.
I think I'm gonna wrap it on this because I think this is our thesis. You should not try to deliberately lose games. However, as a fan of a bad team,
yes,
you rooting for your team to lose does not make you a bad fan. It makes you I think that means that you are so invested in your team's success that you are willing to put up with short-term pain for long-term gain. And you should not be punished. You should not be punished by the league as a fan for your team doing what is in its best long-term interest.
Yeah.
And if there is someone that should be punished, it is ownership and management groups
Absolutely, yeah.
that aren't invested in making the team successful on the court, on the field, on the ice long term.
Yep. 1,000%. Mic drop. That's all I need to say about that.
So listen to us and our 10 subscribers. NBA.
Yeah. Dude, I've heard people say that they want to get rid of the draft.
Yeah, then the Dodgers will just snap up every
Right.
single frickin',
Their thought is I'll make a competitive team where people want to go to. But that's not what's going to happen.
It's
Top
just so
talent
tough.
is not
tough.
going to do that.
Hockey season's back. Games start today. Nathan McKinnon, psychopath, shark eyes, definitely going to rip the head off that stuffed animal they gave him with his silver medal. I love it because he plays for my team.
Yeah.
Go be a psychopath, Nate. I hope you light the league on fire. Avs are going to win the cup.
How awful would that be if it just like lingers though? What if it's the opposite? Like I hear you saying the motivation, but what if it lingers
I don't know.
and he just can't?
Then
Let it
I
go.
still watched the U.S. win Olympic gold for the first time in my life.
Okay.
So, you know what? That might just be a sacrifice that I'm willing to make. Just so gosh darn proud to be from this country and part of the USA Hockey brotherhood and sisterhood today.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's all we need to say.
even when
that's
we're
our show.
rooting against each other, sports still bring us together.
Yeah. Unless you're
Play
Canadian.
free unless you're Canadian. In which case, play Freebird. What the heck is a kilometer? We'll see you next time on To the House.
Oh man.